Hello world, it is Monday, September 13th, 2021, and it's trying to be a nice day, but it's very warm and humid, and I think the next week or so it's going to be that way. Unusual weather for September, so looking forward to October. The devotion for today is entitled Work Left Undone by John Edgerton. John bases the devotion upon Haggai, chapter 1, verses 7 through 9, New Revised Standard Version. Thus says the Lord of hosts, consider how you have fared. You have looked for much, and lo, it came to little, and when you brought it home, I blew it away. Why, says the Lord of hosts? Because my house lies in ruins, while all of you hurry off to your own houses. And John writes, the book of Haggai is about what to do when high hopes are dashed. The faithful had long prayed for an end to their exile, and when it came, it was so sudden it was hard to believe. But soon troubles found them again. Their hopes for a season of joy and rebirth were scattered by a dose of reality. Their hearts were broken. Why was this happening? God explained. The people were not yet finished working. They had counted their homecoming as complete before that was really true. Because the building of the temple, the most important work of all, was left unfinished. Finish the work, God said, only then can your hopes flourish. The people were weary, but God strengthened them. I write this as COVID-19 is making a huge resurgence. Across the country, school plans and church plans and family plans are up in the air again. Hopes for a season of joy and rebirth are being scattered. I think of all we have been through, and my heart breaks. Why is this happening? And then I remember the prophet Haggai. And I know that the work of caring for the vulnerable, the most important work of all, is left unfinished. And with a sigh full of deep understanding, I hear a voice. Finish the work, God says. Only then can hope flourish. And John's prayer. God, we are weary. Give us the strength to do what must be done. Amen. Well, this devotion brought up a couple different thoughts for me, or things that reminded me of things that happened. One was I'm participating in the Heartland Conference Anti-Racism Network. And it's mainly white folk, a couple of black folk, and somebody commented on how tired they were. And I had to agree. I'm tired too. Not specifically about anti-racism work, but just in general. But it was kind of understood as by some as being tired of doing the work of anti-racism. Maybe not. But anyway, one of the black participants said, "So what? You're tired. Keep going." I'm tired all the time. They remembered the first time they were called the N-word as a child and still hears that word occasionally, and talk about tired. And I think about the poor among us and how tired they must be, how difficult, much more difficult it may be for them in the midst of this pandemic, especially when so many of them may not have any kind of health care to speak of. And yet there are people who are exercising their rights and not wearing masks and not getting vaccinated, and yet that endangers the whole. So we're weary, we're tired, but there's still work to be done. We have to come together as a community and finish the work. And then, as Haggai says, God says, only then can our hope flourish. So keep doing the work. I know you're tired. Everyone is. But the only way we're going to get through this is if we get through it together. Hope you have a good day. I will talk to you again tomorrow.